right, welcome back to the Benchmarkers. The boys are happy, the boys are healthy. My name's Nyasha. Yep, and I'm joined with my co-hosts, gentlemen. Introduce yourselves.
Right, hey, introduce yourself.
Hey everyone. Kapinda here. Cracking game to talk some interesting rugby. So hopefully it's a good one. I'll hand over to Nash.
Hey, guys, back again. It's Menashe here. Wow, after what? One bye week off? Yeah, we're back again. Round five for Six Nations. Wait, is it round four? Oh, round four, actually.
Round 4, yeah.
Yeah.
Round four, Six Nations. Let's see how this goes.
Oh yeah, no, we good, man. We are good. There's a lot of good rugby to be played. First things first, we were just going to address the elephant in the room.
Please.
Na- no, Nash, how many jerseys do you have? That's what I was gonna say. But
Dude,
but doesn't that look like a Cameroon? Sorry, an Ivory Coast jersey.
come on.
An Ivory Coast.
No, this is Bulls, man.
No. I know. I see the Bulls, but come on, is that not the Ivory Coast slash even Zim jersey, the Warriors?
You know you're making fun of me with considering what you're wearing this time. Now, where'd you pick this thing up?
You guys know I have full control of the audio and the video and the editing.
Are you gonna edit yourself in an England jersey?
Ooh, never. Please,
I thought
please calm down.
I thought
It's
I
not
thought
that
the
bad.
England game was the elephant in the room that we needed to discuss.
No,
That's why I got so excited.
I'll be
initially.
honest. I'm just jealous of his jersey. That's just the honest truth. Like they have the soldier one, and then they have this. Yeah, and then also, in case you don't know what TK is talking about, I couldn't get a Scotland rugby jersey, so I got a Scotland FC jersey, which you either know what that team is or you don't. And let's just leave it at that. But
No, we're not doing this. I'll bring you a jersey. This we're not doing. No, unacceptable.
unacceptable. Actually, I got my Springbok jersey. I got the Australia one. I got the second Springbok. I know there's a couple, but anyway, we'll save that for when England
We'll say that
play.
when the Springboks actually play in June
Yeah, against England. Yeah.
against England, yeah.
Yeah. So now the actual elephant in the room. Yo, actually, first I need to apologize. Right, as a data scientist, I get caught up in the numbers, right? And then I start believing the numbers. England beats New Zealand. They beat informed teams, and now, across the world, nobody likes England. That's a known fact. So to get to the point of even believing in them, and then for them to effectively perform how they've been performing pre-form so if you made any bets or bet your house or your wife based on my belief, I'm sorry. But yeah, gents.
Doesn't bring the wife back though.
Hey man,
Doesn't bring the wife back though.
it has let's be honest, she's probably better off, right? All right, so yeah, man, your thoughts. The Star Boy. Actually, your thoughts.
You guys are surprised. I was not surprised.
Yeah,
I was not surprised at all.
no surprise at all. It's just it highlighted a few things for me. Nash has always spoken about this. Borthwick is getting his selections wrong, and it was evident in this last match. That back row was extremely sus. It was extremely sus. Pollock is a great player and all of that, but I just don't think he's ready to start in a match like that. And Borthwick definitely got exposed in his back row, I believe. Surely he should have gone with Curry, Underhill, and Ben Earl. That surely gives a much more balance in the back row. So, yeah, Pollock didn't really have a good game out there, but I guess, that's how you grow and that's how you learn. But no surprises for me. It's just massive, massive losses. Like in 2 weeks is that's not what we expect from England, especially the informed England, if we should say. So yeah, I don't
They
know,
were
Nash.
never in form. Nah,
Yeah.
I refuse to believe they were ever in that form. Like, look, this is not really hating. Like, England are a good team, but I feel like whenever they have a consistent run of wins, no matter who they play, people end up putting them on five when they're on four. And it just snowballs into this insane thing. And I get it, it's media, but then at the same time, it kind of feels like most of the team believe it. If I'm looking at this England squad, it feels like there's a lot. You know what? Actually, remember TK? There's this one thing I've always said. Out of all the teams that play Test rugby, I feel like England is the one team that carries passengers. Like you
Passengers.
have these guys, yeah, passengers. Like
Okay.
you have these guys who are really good. Like they've shown previous form, they're great and everything. But a lot of them either need to go or they just need to be rotated. And I feel like anyone who's played sport at any level knows that at some point, even star players might need to go on the bench, either because someone else is playing better than them or it's good motivation. Nothing makes you wake up like going on the bench, bro. But yeah, I'm pretty sure all of us have gone there.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a couple of players who need to be on there. And I think another thing as well, if you're looking at things like game plan, like you you look at the type of opponent you're playing. Some players, as good as they are, might not be fit for that type of match. I've been saying the same thing about Marcus Smith, and it needs to be given time at 10. But every single time he's chucked in at 15, where his best talents are somewhat wasted there. I feel like this type of game, I mean, the last match against Ireland, I think this is gonna take a lot for them to get over that. Because I feel like as much as the scoreline says 42 something, that was a psychological blow, like a really big one. Because it just seemed like they really had no answers, and Ireland were in fine form. Jeez, man, it was. I think looking at this wasn't a match I was particularly invested in, but Ireland were incredible. As good as they were, England were also just like you could see
Yeah.
like they were a bit clueless. And there were a couple of players who stood out. I mean, Lawrence had really good carries. Bernal was doing the same thing that he usually does. But you could tell there was nothing that actually came off, like a few good moments. And it's one of those things where you look at a guy like Ford, who people usually depend on to have, I don't know, to create moments for other people. But I don't think it's the type of guy you need when you're on your back foot like that. I feel like uh, a guy like Smith would have created a lot more attacking opportunities for them compared to
Uh,
what. Yeah, yeah, go.
which Smith?
Marcus. I'm going with Marcus. I think
Um,
even having Finn Smith, even Finn
so
Smith having him on the bench would, but I would have gone with Marcus on this.
I remember last year's Six Nations.
Yeah,
Um, Marcus Smith got dropped for Finn Smith. I don't know if you remember that, Nash.
yeah, yeah, and it would have been nice if there was a reason, but there wasn't because he was
And
playing incredible.
Finn Smith was in devastating form that time. All of a sudden, he can't even get minutes in this year's Six Nations. What's going on there? You'd rather go back to Ford. Is he the typical passenger that you're talking about then, perhaps?
Oh yeah, like do you want me to name passengers? Okay, Genge, passenger. Let's see. Let's see. Who else? Ford
Gange,
passenger.
why? Why is Gange a
Barlow
passenger?
passenger. What?
No, wait.
Gange, why is Gange a passenger?
Come on, man. Do you guys
Is
really
it,
want me to talk about
is
it?
it because of that nonsense attempted attack or that
I mean, there's been it's. I feel
he's
like
had
if
he's
I
had
can put. Hmm?
some really bizarre moments in this year's Six Nations, I must say.
Yeah, I mean, it's one other thing having a stinker of a game. Like sometimes shit has, like it happens.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's just not your game, but it doesn't mean you're a terrible player. But then if you're consistently having those moments, especially when the team is struggling, it's one of those things where you're like, okay, look, there are other people who can still get in. Yes, you can go on the bench, come in as an impact player, but then at the same time, we can't have that sort of consistent mistakes when you're starting out a game. Because if you start on the back foot, second half is going to be hell. You might as well have someone who at least brings up the tempo in the game. And then when you're now having someone coming in as an impact player, like at least they can help support what's in there, than having to have someone who, like from the very start, they're putting the game on a low. Because to be fair, when Six Nations started looking at the English team, I really did support Genge. I think even on fantasy, I think I've had him for like a couple of weeks, much
Yeah.
to my regret for the most
Yeah,
part. But
I know you're a fan of Ken, so I'm just surprised that you're calling him a passenger now.
no, no,
'Cause,
no, no. Yeah, like, I am a fan, but I'm also realistic at the end of the day. Like, if players are not performing to what they usually deliver, then yeah, you are a passenger in that moment. And I think it's one of those things. But then again, looking at Borthwick, he hasn't really shown the strength of character to back players when they need backing. And then at the same time, you'll find, yeah, so you find players who need to be backed, he doesn't do that. And the ones that actually need to be put on the side, somehow though, you still find them in the lineup, demanding a starting place and everything. So it's one of those things where I feel like for England's future, I don't really think is doing them the type of service that they expect.
Okay, well, actually, so I've got the squad right here, right?
Oh yeah,
So right,
Is that Nash team?
no, the actual England squad, because
Okay.
obviously
is
this
it for last
this
week or this
no
coming
no
match?
no no last week, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because obviously they've made a ton of changes, right? Maybe more changes than anyone anticipated. So I'm just going to read out the names and you tell me passenger or not. So Genge, we already established that. Cohen Dickey.
Dickey.
Colin Jakey's not been impressive.
So passenger.
It's a bit. I wouldn't say
I
it's
wouldn't
been
call him a
consistent
passenger.
enough to be called a passenger. I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
but he
Hayes.
hasn't been his best, definitely.
Okay, Hayes.
Yeah,
Uh,
they could do better for a prop, but to be fair, no, seriously, England has props, but they don't give them chances. England actually has
what happened to
like
that kid?
decent
What's that kid's name? Finn Baxter. Remember? Where is he?
backs. Yeah, that's the thing. England brings in all these guys, and then afterwards, it does like they don't do anything with them.
They don't
I
develop.
remember at some point. Do you remember Urbano? This other prop. They brought him in at some point. He had a couple of games. I mean, sure, he got injured, but then even after he came back, done nothing. So it's one of those things where you're like, you have the players, but you just don't know what to do with them,
Yeah.
or you just never bring them into the setup.
Nash, what happened? What happened to Kyle Sinclair?
Well, I think he was. Wait, didn't he move to France? Wait. Yeah, I think he went to France. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So because of the move to France, he became ineligible for selection in England.
Yeah, and then they'll just tell you, like, my guy, no, just it's okay. we'll pick.
Yeah.
We'll pick.
Also,
We'll
he
stick
had
to
some
local.
discipline issues, didn't he?
But funny enough, I actually feel like he improved. I think it's one of those things where after a while you start to realize that, okay, look, you're being baited. I think it's the same thing with Eben at some point in his career. He was a hothead. It was easy to bait him, just push him around, and then afterwards he starts running his
Yeah.
So it was easy to bait him, but I feel like Carl Sinclair really improved
Okay.
as a player. I mean, in terms of
Okay,
discipline,
yeah.
he actually got better. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
go
Okay.
ahead. You're saying,
Man. We're just we're just going down the list. Okay, this one. Well, Itoji is obviously not a passenger. Well, actually, no. Let me not speak. Itoji.
Itoje is
Hasn't been at his best, I think.
he hasn't been at the best, but I have one thing I think with Itoje is I think the reason why he hasn't been performing is because of who he's pairing up with. England
Okay.
doesn't have an enforcer. His best work has always been when they have a number 5, a proper enforcer. And then when he doesn't have to get stuck into that, the only thing he's worried, the only thing he ends up focusing on, the turnovers. We've all seen him at his best.
Yeah.
Turnovers, he gets stuck into everything. It's like having an extra flanker.
Okay.
with
Okay.
that
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So Itoja's thing, I feel like it's more of who he's pairing up with at five.
Okay.
Chessum is good, but I don't
Okay.
think is an enforcer.
So far we have one passenger, three, actually two could do better. Itoje, not his fault. Chesum. Uh,
He's he's been good. He's been good,
I think it's been
but
good.
but
yeah,
but
but then
but just not
my
enforcing.
thing about it is, yeah, my thing is I don't think he's that type of player. I don't think you learn to be an enforcer. You just are. That's my thing about it. All the players look at different teams. No one learns to be an enforcer. You don't learn to push people around. It's just the type of player that you are. You either come in as that and stay that guy your whole career, or you just not.
Yeah. Okay.
That's yeah. So I think it's one of those things where if you look at it this way, I mean, the best players don't always make the best combinations.
Yeah. Fair
So you
enough.
might find, yeah. So that's the way I look at it. So I mean, it's not his fault at the end of the day. He came in to do a job, he's doing it. But then at the end of the day, it's one of those things where you'd have to look at the team goal.
Okay.
Does he bring the best
Actually,
out of
who
somebody?
since he's doing a good job, who would you rather sacrifice between Itoje and Chesum on current form?
Current form.
Mm.
Let's see.
Okay, you're facing the
Okay.
Springboks. You're facing the Springboks tomorrow. You have your enforcer there. Whoever it is.
To be fair,
Who's starting?
if England was facing the Springboks, I'd rather have Georgia in.
You need
I'd
England
rather
needed
have,
to
I'd
against
rather
the
have
Springboks.
Georgia in because I know
He's been
I know.
around. He's been around
Yeah,
for quite some time. He knows, I think he knows a thing or two about playing the Springboks.
yeah.
He
At the end
does.
of the day, he's a centurion. I think, yeah, he's a
Yeah,
centurion, and you need those type of guys when you're facing your
yeah,
toughest opponent.
yeah.
Okay. Now I'm just gonna name the entire back three. You tell me if any of them are passengers, and then I just go straight to the backs. So Curry, Pollock, and Earl.
Earl definitely not a passenger. Played in the wrong position. He should have stayed as an eight, not a seven.
Mm.
Pollock, I supported him starting because it was one of those things where he's been a really good impact player, but then at the
Yeah.
same time we need to know what he does as a starter. Right now,
Yeah. We
I would
all.
rather put him.
We all did.
Yeah.
Yeah, but right
Um,
now
wouldn't call him a passenger, I guess.
he's not a passenger.
Not a passenger. Curry?
Yeah. Curry switches on and off. That's my thing about it. He can be really good, but then he can
But
some other times you can forget
isn't
his.
isn't that a combination issue though? Because imagine if he was to be paired with Underhill and
With
then Earl at the base. We've always seen that when those
Yeah.
three play together, we've seen the incredible things that they can do. Look at the game against New Zealand last year in November.
Yeah, but I feel like he still has moments where he could go missing. If I was to replace Curry, I'll put Cunningham South.
Yeah, I
Cunningham
mean,
South.
yeah. For me, Curry, like I said, I think it all goes. It might be a combination thing. Like I said, I've seen him play some incredible rugby with Sam Underhill,
Yeah.
at number 7, definitely. So I wouldn't write him off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
wouldn't write him off.
yeah, I wouldn't write him off either. But if I was to choose the next team, I'd probably start Cunningham South
Okay.
for
Now
now.
I'm
But
just gonna go through everyone like 9 to 15
Yeah,
because we need to identify these patches if any, and then we'll just go
yeah,
through the new team. I know you guys have scrutinized it. You were waiting for it. Well, the whole world's waiting for it. And I guess apologies to the Irish fans. You guys did such a good job. We have to talk about we have to care for the victim, right? It's one of those you get into a fight and then once the paramedics come, we don't check on you, right? You've done your job, right? We check on the victim, right? Right. So Mitchell, Ford, Dingwall, Lawrence, Freeman, Arundel, and Stewart, right? Those are the remaining. I'm not going to touch on the bench, but um, I guess. Well, actually, I mean, I'm sure you guys know who was on the bench, but who? I mean, you said these are your words, right?
Let's see. I feel like on nine, on not the halfbacks. I mean, you look at number 9 and 10.
Mm-hmm.
You, England really isn't getting anything started from there. I mean, okay, we
Yeah.
won't. I don't think we even need to talk about 10. I think I've been saying that for the past 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So I won't talk about 10.
So Ford is
But
definitely a passenger.
yo, now for me, Ford is a
Yeah, he
passenger.
hasn't liked Ford,
But yeah,
and like if it was up to you, Marcus Smith. Wait, is he the guy you were mentioning? Yeah. If it was up to
yeah.
you,
To be fair, yeah.
yeah.
If it was if it was down to me, yeah, I'd have Marcus Smith start. I feel like at the end of the day, if you've been given a chance to play your game and you haven't delivered, like it's okay. You should move. Someone else. Someone else should play. I'd even be okay with Finn Smith playing. I mean, of course, I'd want what is it, Marcus to start the game. But then if Finn is there, then it's okay. Okay, create attacking opportunities. Nine, I really feel like right now they could introduce something else because for the most part, like I said, you need attacking opportunities, and if your 9 and 10 are not doing any of that, and those are supposed to be some of the most important players in the team. If both of them, there's one other thing, one of them is misfiring, but if both of them are not providing attacking opportunities, you're going to be just stagnant for the most part.
Yeah.
So if it was, yeah,
So from my takeaway, and I agree. There, I guess it's this is more like a collection of players put together, right? Without the extra foresight of no, this person, like these two pair well together, these playstyles pair well together. It's like I guess not quite Madrid Galactico era where you just put in players. So it's like, hey man, these are I think the best players I have. I'm just gonna put them there. It sounds like that's the issue you have with England. Not so much the individual players, of course, except for George Ford. But but then, yeah, that's been my takeaway. So is it really a passenger issue? Yeah.
if
Or
if you're there, oh sorry, if you're there and you're not doing anything, you are a passenger.
Okay. Let,
Let's see. There was this weird experiment that was going on at centers as well at 12, 13
yeah.
with England for the past couple of matches. I don't know if you still remember. Who did they have? Was it Freeman? I think they had Freeman playing 12 for like two different matches.
no, Freeman was playing 13. He's a 13.
Oh, yeah. Freeman was playing 13. Oh, no,
Yeah.
thanks. Yeah. And which I think at the end, like, it's okay experimenting on some things, but then you also need to know the limits of it.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I've seen Freeman. I've watched him play 13 a few times, and I don't think he plays as well as he plays when he actually plays at the wing.
yeah,
So with the centers, rather just keep it. Definitely, he needs one player. He definitely needs is Ollie Lawrence,
yeah.
without a doubt.
Oh, by far, he was
Strong,
great.
yeah, man, that guy's got strong carries. Slade. If Slade had been in that squad, he might have been a passenger for me, perhaps.
Funny enough, he hasn't played yet.
Yeah, if he had been. Because rather, what, Dingle 12,
Yeah,
13, only long. Let's go, let's play like that.
yeah, but that was last week, isn't it? And they still
Yeah.
got 40.
Yeah, well, for me, that's like the coach's problem. Surely it's a coaching problem at this
I
point.
think it's a coaching problem, and also looking back at the game, I guess looking at the different passions, right? Because there was a lot of backtracking by Ireland, like chasing the ball. I mean, I forgot who was clean through. Was it Marcus Smith? Who got
There's a time when Marcus Smith was clean through and he was chased down by Stuart McCloskey.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
right,
yeah.
right. But then, looking back, I was watching some analysis of the game, and literally Ireland chased after everything. Right, nothing was left to chance, even a lost cause, because that was technically a lost cause, especially considering the person who chased after him. Right,
Yeah.
that would have been a lost cause. Now you're like, okay, you know what? But they chased after each and every single thing. Right, and then you look at how slow England was to get to the breakdown. Their props. Genge was
Oh yeah.
incredibly slow to get to the breakdown. Once the ball switched sides, they are not running, right? So in that particular game, I'd say a lot of them were basically lacking passion. Right, being a passenger in the game, definitely. Right, I think it's only a few players you can look at that were actually showing passion. But I agree with the sentiment that there's a lot of passengers, but then it felt like a team. Can I say a team spirit issue? Right, because
Yeah.
I can't imagine they thought that was going to be an easy game. I can imagine
Yeah.
they thought they'd win, but it like even mentally you need to prepare for a fight, but they didn't prepare for a fight. So if whether or not they just didn't psych up enough, we can't even blame jet lag, right? So like, there's no excuses.
They hadn't recovered from that loss to Scotland, perhaps. That definitely.
Scotland. What does it say here? It doesn't say Scotland. Scotland.
That must know. It wasn't easy as well. I mean, going down to Scotland like that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Nash has me believing in Scotland. I wasn't familiar with it.
Scotland, don't do that to yourself, mate.
I was not familiar with the game.
Nah.
Is it just a Six Nations thing? Is it just a
Don't do,
Calcutta
don't
Rugby
do
thing?
It's not a Six Nations thing. It's
Don't
an
do-
everyday thing. Like,
don't do that to yourself.
don't put too much hope, because there's one
Scotland,
one thing about Scotland. It's the whole
But look,
package.
No, but
they'll, they'll play incredible rugby. That's the thing.
yeah.
So just when you expect them to actually win the match, that's when things go south. They won't win.
Yeah.
They just won't win. So look,
They did that against. Yeah,
you will be entertained.
Okay. Well, you know what, man? I need, across the sports, because I've been getting into different things, right? Obviously, or I don't know, you may or may not know, it's like a rugby and Formula One. Those are the things that I watch, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I need to support.
Do you want a comparison with F1?
Who's the F1 comparison?
Okay.
I
Scotland are basically Ferrari.
I knew it. I thought you were gonna say Charles Leclerc. Right? I thought you, but yeah.
No, not one specific driver.
yeah.
No, the team.
The team.
The entire team. They have the goods to win, and they'll have one time they might show up, they have an incredible day, and then someone will just do something stupid.
So what you're saying is there's a chance.
That's the thing.
What I'm
It's
hearing
the
is there's
chance.
hope.
There really is, man. Like, have you watched those guys play?
The last 2 years. Oh, sorry, go on.
Yeah, so just the way they swing the ball, man. Finn Russell, he's a wizard.
The last 2 years, on Autumn tests, they've played the All Blacks, and the last year they were minutes away from winning.
Yeah.
And in the previous year, they probably led majority of the match, about 60 something minutes.
Yeah.
60 odd minutes of the match, they were leading and they were so close, and then just something comes in. It's one of those things where I think they don't know how to close a match.
Yeah.
That's sadly that's the thing. They don't know how to
They've
close a
come
match.
close so many times, and they always just fall short right in the end.
Okay.
Right at the end. But Scotland has been brilliant. The number of times you watch an incredible match and then they just like throw it at the end. They've done the same with France. They've done it with so many other teams.
Yeah.
But it just seems like one of those things where if it's England, I think everyone goes, make sure they've got 10 hours of sleep, and then they show up all prepared because it's England.
Yeah, and they have pictures of like all of history. They have all their history books. They're like, okay, you know what? Right.
Bro, even that time the pipe band, I'm sure, like the way they prepare for that match alone.
They were ready.
Even those guys, they set the tone.
Yeah, they're the guy on top of Murrayfield playing his bagpipes and whatnot. And I'm pretty sure that all the rest of the entire team slept with the opposite numbers picture.
You need to be scared if there's a dude standing right at the top of the stadium with a pipe. You need to be afraid.
That is sick, though. That is sick. I missed the intro to that game. I think I got in at about 20 minutes, but bro, that's so dope.
was an incredible display. I won't lie, but like I said, yeah, you need to be scared when there's such a display. Same thing when you play the All Blacks and when they do their haka.
Yeah.
There's certain times you can feel like, you know what, today there's no chance, guys. Like they've already set the tone from the haka alone. That you know what, today we're going in blazing, and trust me, you will not stand a chance in that day.
I feel that with France playing in France.
Yes.
It's what is it? Is it the Allianz Stadium?
No, Stade de France.
Stade de France.
Stade de
Yeah,
France,
it's like the way they do the lights and the singing, and it's so loud. Like obviously you've watched Chasing the Sun, or I don't know if you have, but
Yeah.
Rassi playing the national anthem the whole week,
Mhm.
because like for me,
speaker.
man, that like from the screen, that was a drowning experience.
Yes.
Right, and I can't imagine like trying to make calls in that environment and everything. But yeah, man, that's man, home games. I mean, obviously South Africa. Okay, actually, our home games, I feel like they're pretty scary, but then it's such a happy environment, surprisingly. Like you get to the stadium, there are braai stands outside.
Yes.
Right, everyone meat being grilled everywhere, and then
And the brightness.
yeah, exactly, and then everyone has a Coke and brandy. Everyone's
Yeah.
in a good mood, right? We get in the stadium, the airplane flies over, we're singing, Sister Bettina comes on, the boys come on, those Zulu strong men come in, they do their thing. Like the whole thing is just, it's such a happy thing.
You know,
you
and,
know?
and the Mexican wave, all of that, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And the DJ is just keeping the party going. And I wouldn't say,
Yeah.
I'd say
Um,
the intimidating thing is the lack of fear from them, as opposed to like, we try and instill intimidation. I think it's just, oh man, these guys really think they're going to win. Like they're already celebrating.
yeah.
Yeah.
I won't lie though, like all that happy stuff that you just mentioned right now, Caesar, it can disappear easily, quickly as well. I have remember the All Blacks had us on the ropes
Yeah.
in 2024 at Ellis Park.
Yeah.
Bro, I had gone mute, mate. I I really like it was around what 69 minutes 70 there, but and I think that's when Kwagga scored, and then that's when Grant Williams scored after that. But bro, before that they had us on the ropes the entire time, and I was sad, man. I'm not gonna lie. So all of
Yeah.
that can go away like pretty quickly as well.
Yeah, no, I've seen it. I was there for a Wales game, when they were winning, and then so I was sitting with some
Oh, sorry,
guys.
so say what? When Wales was what?
When Wales was winning. Hey man, this is a professional show. I got dressed up for this, man. Relax. Oh man, I really hope that doesn't end up on TikTok or anyway, anyone else was winning, and I was surrounded by some poor guys. Like they were actually really kind.
Yeah.
But then you know how it can get when the Springboks are winning, right?
Yeah, no,
And
definitely.
yeah,
Yeah, no,
and
look, when the Springboks win, it's such an amazing environment, man.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. But then when they're losing, and maybe you might be the only person of color surrounded by the people, it can get a little bit testy, right? Which is right. So the one poor guy next to me, he just kind of like, just explaining because it was my first rugby game. And then he goes, yeah, man, like it's good, but if we lose, like, just be careful, right? Yeah, and he was just like straight up, right? But I mean, everyone was kind, but just like people get in a bad mood after a game, so like no fights, right? Like don't even type of thing. And thankfully we won because I don't fight. Right? I am a peace-loving man. Peace-loving man. Right? I've never laid a hand on anyone.
Yeah,
Right.
no.
Yeah. All right.
We're
But
talking about the box, so forgetting about Ireland. As much as we talked about
Just can't wait to watch the box again, man. Still got about what? March, April, May. Oh, still got 3-4
4th
months.
of July.
it really builds up because like obviously Formula One starts tomorrow, so very happy about that, right?
Mm.
And then I have been enjoying URC. Right, this is my first like full season really getting into rugby. For those that don't know, I primarily watch things through stats. Right, it used to be rare that I watch the game. I'll just go download the stats. I am like top 1% fantasy Premier League player in the world. I don't watch the games. Right, I just look at the stats. So this year and last year, I've started getting into it, and I will say it is more stressful because then your mental health is reliant on
Yeah.
how how whoever feels today. Now soccer, I honestly just don't have a team yet. Right, but I'm hoping Arsenal wins just because family ties, family people support him, right? Support them. But yeah, the stats. So rugby is a lot harder on a stats perspective, like significantly harder, because you could have as many dominant carries and it could still be a bad game for your team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could run, defenders beaten, right? Bad team and
You still can't convert. You still can't finish it. And it happens a lot in rugby actually.
exactly, and a lot of the defensive things that are good from a data perspective, like when I look at the models, are actually bad. Like the more tackles a player makes,
Mm.
chances are their team lost because they had to make more
Yeah.
tackles, right?
Yeah.
So right, and then so like the fewer tackles a player makes, it could be they're on a really strong team, or they sucked. Right, they were
Yeah.
hiding, right? So it's so complicated, and it's something that I'm really trying to figure out. And it makes sense why there just hasn't been a lot of data analysis in the rugby space. Although I think Squidge Rugby does a great job, but true data analysis is completely absent, which is the gap that I'll fill. But watching the games, well, watching games other than Springbok games has actually been, it's like, okay, these other guys can actually play rugby. But then,
It's not bad,
yeah, but then I will say this. So, with my partner, we were watching, I think it was one of the other games, and then she looks at my face. This was 2 weeks ago. She looks at my face and goes, "Nyasha, why are they so small?" And then like it just hit me because those guys are large. Like no doubt, these rugby players are large. But the Springboks are so big, like so abnormally big, that like and she's only ever seen Springbok games because we only used to watch Springbok games. That to her, she just goes, like it's not the same. Then it's like, of course, you see Ebenezer Bet, you see Peter Steff, you see
Who's
Ox,
Diarra?
exactly.
RG.
Right, and then you see George Ford, and then even low key comparing him to like Sasha or even Andre, right? And
Exactly.
right,
Yeah.
so yeah, man, they kind of which I was
Like
like,
your fly half, if your fly half is like what, 6'1", 6'2", then playing against some really big guys.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I met Andre one time, and oh, that's one you don't know. I've also met Andre, and I've got a
This guy
picture.
keeps rubbing it in my
Yeah,
face.
it's throw in the humble brag like we didn't see
No,
it.
no,
It's
no,
like,
with
yeah,
with TK, he knows I'm gonna meet every Springbok before him. Unless if you somehow sneak into the locker room, that's the only way you beat me at this point. But yeah, he's
Bro, I'm
tall.
gonna kill that, trust me.
Yeah, and I was like, just like he's really tall. Like he's taller than I
Yeah,
expected.
yeah.
And I mean, it's not like we're short people, but he's up there.
I mean,
Um,
I am.
well, they can't tell on camera. They cannot tell on camera. Right. Right. I'm gonna back you, man. It's like, hey man, my guy's 7 foot. Right. Right. Bigger ticket. It's the problem. Okay, okay. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
We are 40 minutes in. So I'm just pulling up the Scrummy app just to get the upcoming fixtures. And well, I guess we could just talk about Ireland, because Ireland had it. Let's be honest, it was actually a surprising performance. Like, is it a performance you knew they had? Yes, but man, 42, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to pull up I want to pull up Gibson Park stats, right? Because that
Yeah,
was
he had a brilliant game. He was brilliant throughout.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, so what? One try scored, 63 passes completed. Okay, one defender beaten, one offload. A bit surprising, but he was more on the playmaking side. 50 meters, 51 meters carried, 15 post contact meters, and 3 dominant carries. Right, which right. Anything else that is really standing out for me? Well, 10 tackles. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess that's not necessarily.
For a little scrummer,
For 9, it's impressive.
a
Yeah.
little scrummer, yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know, one thing that would be cool is seeing compared to the average for the opposition here. Because now you see that's how I see the game. Right, yeah. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you know, yeah. But yeah. But again, and even having a dominant tackle, one turnover, one. I mean, these looking at his stats right now.
He did pretty much everything, it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
He had an amazing game. I don't think we had him in our fantasy team. Yeah. I think we went heavy on England.
Everyone threw their chips at the punch, so
Yeah.
Yeah, 36 points. So, you know, a proper performance.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Thoughts on Ireland?
One guy I want to mention, Stuart McCloskey. I think I actually spoke about him from round 1,
Yeah.
and Ireland's losing effort to France.
Mm-hmm.
He actually stood out, and you know, I'd actually never really watched this guy play before till that match. I was just like, whoa, who is this guy? And he's been pretty much consistent throughout the entire Six Nations, and he really showed what he's really capable of.
Yeah.
In
Actually,
that match against Ireland,
quite similar stats to Gibson. Yeah. So yeah. Similar meters carried, although
yeah,
55 post contact meters versus 15 by Gibson Park.
he's a big guy.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's a big guy.
Yeah.
I mean, how many offloads? Because I think he had one really good offload that I remember.
Didn't add. There's no offloads here. Yeah. I think the main thing are the dominant carries. Eight carries in his own half. Yeah. So he had one dominant carries, but he had 8 carries in the opponent's half. 14 tackles. You know, workhorse. Only missed.
A lot of tackles.
That's a lot of tackles. Only missed 2. You know, it really puts it into perspective. Peter Steph's to toy 23 tackles.
23 tackles in the Rugby World Cup final.
Yeah, really puts that into perspective. Yeah, you know, one dominant tackle, one turnover, one. Yeah, so.
And that chase down tackle as well, like that was huge.
On Smith.
Yeah, it says 0 try saving tackles, but I mean, that could be considered a try saving tackle.
That was definitely a try.
That was definitely gonna be. That was there because that was a proper chase. Like you could see the guy like chasing him down, and
yeah,
basically,
if it wasn't for him, that was a definite try. Yeah,
Marcus Smith. Like, did Marcus Smith give up as well? What, like, did he just run out of gas, or couldn't he?
There was no passion. Someone who's 6'4", someone who's 6'4" chasing you down. 6'4". He's 33 years old, right? Which, like, he's no spring chicken. I mean, I know they're fit, but you know, Marcus Smith is definitely younger, right?
Yeah.
112 kgs, or 247 pounds for the other half. Yeah, 193 centimeters, 6'4". Someone who's 6'4", 112 kgs.
That's a unit chasing you down.
Catching you, and he played the full 80 minutes. I think we're not checking the stats.
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah,
probably
that in like just personally, he should have never caught up to him. Right. But then when there's passion involved,
he was driven by passion.
right, for
He was,
the
he was
love.
doing
I've been really impressed with that guy, especially since Borthwick wasn't in for pretty much the entire thing.
yeah.
And you know what? I feel like this is one of those things where Aki needs to earn that
I,
jersey, and right now it's not
Aki's
his.
gonna have to earn. He's gonna have to earn it back because, like, what
Yeah.
just how can you actually just like benching McCloskey right now?
If you look at what I've been saying about England, and then you look at this Irish squad, you can start seeing some of the differences. I mean, you've got a couple of guys. I mean, okay, you look at McCloskey.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he made his debut in like what 2016 or something like that. But then for the most part, he was in and out of the team because I mean, no one could touch the number 12 jersey for the longest time.
Mm.
But the fact that he's gotten in, he's been playing really good. He's getting steadily getting better and better, and the coaches are backing him to keep on playing. It's one of the things that you're not really seeing with England. You look at even what's his name, Balakuni on the wing. Balakuni has he's everywhere, man. That guy's just
Oh
everywhere.
yeah, he was really good as well.
He's everywhere, and it's really impressive. I mean, you see him getting it, and I think the fact that you're starting to see you're seeing a lot of these guys getting chances, and sure, I mean it's up to you to make the most out of it, but then the fact that they're getting the chances and they're getting backed by the coaching, it
Yeah.
means a lot, and it's something that if England was doing, I'm sure there'll be. I'm not saying they'll be guaranteed that they would win every single match, but you definitely see some sort of improvement in the way you play. Because at the end of the day, improvement doesn't automatically win. Doesn't automatically mean you get the W. But then if you can see an upward trajectory, at some point you're going to start getting the wins. But with England right now, it's one of those things where you're like, I can't really see a win because you look at their next match right now. They're playing what? They're playing Italy, and it's looking dicey. For being really honest.
It's
Is
not
that
looking
a
good at all.
is that a prediction? Is is that a
You know what? Log it in, Mr. Data Scientist. Log it in. Italy have not been an easy team to beat so far.
no?
Yeah, not at all. It's not looking good. It's not
Okay,
looking good.
let me actually see what people are thinking. Right, that's England versus Italy. So far with the okay, I can't quite see. Okay, cool. Right, 20 people have voted. So I'm also gonna vote Italy. Right. Okay. So far, which like we'll probably just have this pop up on screen, but we have 80. It's a bit blurry. 86% of people are voting for England. 14% Italy. Right. So go in there, cast your votes. We'll see. We'll see who actually wins.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
Um,
yeah, and I mean you know drastic lineup. But
one
yeah.
one important thing to note for Ireland as well, dropping Prendergast. Do you think that that also contributed to Ireland's resurgence, if I should call it that?
Look how happy Nash is.
Why is this now being about me?
No, it's just. Mhm.
No, it's okay. Let's see. To be fair,
The ball was moving better
really,
though.
really, yeah. Oh, by far, by far. Like you can't really give. You can't even make a bit of a comparison there. I mean, to be honest, they did give Pentecost his chances. And sure, it's not. It wasn't just down to him, but he still wasn't performing at the end of the day. And it's hard to argue when the next match you have another guy coming in, and then they deliver a really impressive performance. And jeez, man,
Yeah, but then
yeah,
don't you think that it's because obviously they called in out. Okay, how can I put it? Prendergast is potentially the future, right? Potentially,
Mhm.
yeah,
right? But then now they used quite a bit of experience, right? But
yeah.
then how then is he supposed to really get to that level? Because like should he have had more time next to I'd say surrounded by an experienced team, right? like had he been in that game, do you think they would have made him look good? Is essentially what I'm saying, right? And also just over time, how do we get him to the next level? Because like he's not a bad player, but I agree.
Oh yeah,
But then he's just not the guy at the present moment. So yeah, how did they get him there?
I feel like you need to for a guy like that, especially what he's been getting. I feel like you need to build confidence, man. You need to build confidence for a lot of those guys first. So it's
Yeah.
you have to filter the type of matches that you're bringing him in. The same way, if you have a rookie coming in, I don't think you chuck him in against. It's not every player. Okay, I'll just use the typical Springboks example. It's not every you don't you don't just chuck in every rookie against New Zealand. That's
And
it's not as
they scored 2 tries on debut against New Zealand. Like not everyone can do that.
Yeah, not everyone can do that. It's not everyone who comes in and who
Wait,
gets chucked in.
who scored 2 tries? Was it Sacha? Who was that?
Andre Pollard
How did he score 2 tries on debut?
on debut.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, against the All Blacks.
Jeez. Amazing.
So it's one of those things where I feel like he definitely has a place in the squad, but then at the same time, you need to be realistic about what you're actually involving him in at the very beginning.
But look, I think that he's had the exposure now. So now it's up to him to go work. He needs to go put in the work now.
Yeah, but confidence is still a thing, especially what
that's what I'm saying. That's up to him now to actually work on that. He's had the exposure. He knows what it's like.
Yeah.
So he needs to go put in that work now. Work on what he needs to work on.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure at this point the Six Nations campaign might be pretty much done, but it's now down to like July tests. I'm not really sure who Ireland are playing, but yeah, that's the time when you could make some sort of appearance. You know what? Let's actually check. Who do you think Ireland's playing in July? Because I'm pretty sure wherever they're going, they're doing the standard. What is it? 3 tests.
I'm
pretty sure they might be going to Australia, I think.
Did they not go to Australia last year?
Wait, did they? Alright, so if they're not doing that, then they probably then they might be playing what is it?
Let me
Argentina, I guess.
I was actually hoping it's Argentina.
Yeah,
because those are really like good opponents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you give them challenging opponents who are quite tricky, very good running rugby. He dips his foot in there, build a little bit of confidence. I wouldn't start him on the very first match. You need to set a tone. Yeah, keep Crowley in there, and then after a while, give him a chance to excel.
No, well, I don't know. That's the thing with rugby. It's so underrepresented. It doesn't even pop up in the next. Okay, cool. So but what I can find right now, 6 to 7 November, Ireland versus Argentina, then Fiji, but this is November. I don't know if they're playing in April yet. It says Fiji, then South Africa, all that in November. But actually not. Those aren't bad fixtures. Yeah. Not the worst fixtures. All right. So I guess before we wrap it up. Wait. Actually, no. This is interesting. Never mind. This is interesting. So 3rd July, Australia. Then Japan. Then New Zealand. And New Zealand at Eden Park. Yeah, Japan. They're doing a tour. Okay.
Yeah. So North comes to the south in July. Yeah.
Okay. Then
Yeah. So
I'm good. Yeah.
so Australia, Japan, probably Pandas can get a run against Japan. That's always a good one. Ireland versus Japan.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah, look at us, like
Give him a
concerned,
run,
like
see how he
concerned,
controls that match,
concerned
and
uncles.
then just,
Like,
yeah,
like concerned uncles. Come on, give him a run. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Listen, they play Japan,
Yeah.
and then
I'm
you take him on for New Zealand.
you
Y-
see, so it's one of those things. You give him a run, see how he handles the match and everything.
yeah.
I mean, another thing as well. I mean, it's not just about how he performs like defensively. There's been big issues about how he does defensive wise
mm, yeah.
because
Okay.
the,
Well.
the tackling or well the lack of it has. I mean, that's been another sticking point. I mean, this is not just me making up my own thing here.
Yeah.
Like it's been a thing.
All right. All right.
Even
All right.
Irish fans
Yeah.
do it.
Well.
Like
Hey guys, sorry. I hate to cut this short, but we actually have run out of time. But I will allow you to say final words. But one thing I will quickly say is, we of course play rugby fantasy. It's a 6-man fantasy. You just pick 6 players. Easy going, pretty easy. Sometimes set and forget. And this weekend we're doing a watch along. For the which game is it, by the way? It's
It's gonna
Saturday.
be what, France versus Scotland.
Scotland.
Yeah.
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 So France versus Scotland. Yeah, at 4:10. That's Central African time. 4:10. Which, yeah, if you're in the UK, just subtract 2 hours. If you are if you're in New York at 6, and if you're in Australia, you'll probably be asleep. I don't know. Right. Yeah. Right. But yeah, we're doing a stream, so I think we'll be streaming here, probably on Twitch as well. And yeah, just come. It's just a watch along, hangout, and you can see us trash talk. Well, I don't think much trash talking will be happening. Actually, no, you're a Scotland fan, and I'm definitely rooting for France. So yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of good times. So guys, yeah, you can say your goodbyes and final thoughts. Final thoughts, Nash.
this is going to be an interesting weekend, man. If you look at these matches, this yeah, you know what? I'm looking forward to our next episode because
Let me actually
I think
lock in my prediction with France. Go ahead.
you know what? Scotland might shock you.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, okay, 89%.
Might, you know, it's a might. But
Yeah.
I think match of the weekend for me, the one I'm really looking forward to is Italy and England.
Yeah.
That's really going to be a big one. It's funny because when this tournament started, it wasn't a match I was thinking of. I mean,
Mm.
now considering how both teams are playing, it's going to be a big one. This is going to be a great weekend. TK.
Yeah, no, look, massive weekend coming up. I'm definitely looking forward to 2 matches: France versus Scotland, England versus Italy. Hoping Italy can cause an upset. I really do hope that they can do
Is
that.
it still an upset though?
I mean,
Nah,
it's
still
still
is.
is.
It still
Yeah,
is. Still
With
is.
the way they've been playing, would it be an upset?
it will be an upset, I think. It'll still be an upset.
Yeah.
I feel like Italy
Italy
have can win, man.
has Italy ever beaten England before? I don't think so.
Not recently.
Yeah,
I feel like yeah.
let me look it up. At least their last couple of games.
Yeah, just the head-to-head. Like, I don't
Mm.
think they've ever been able to beat England. So if they do, then that's definitely going to be an upset. But other than
Yeah.
that, I'm looking forward to France versus Scotland. I'm sure Louis Bielbieri, definitely kind of one of my favorite players in the world right now, man.
He's the
Sheesh.
one. He's the one.
Yeah, hopefully, France versus Scotland will be close and entertaining. But definitely, I'm going to put my prediction on Italy. Yeah, I'm going to be part of that. What, 18%?
Italy, let me check real quick. 14%.
14%. Yeah.
So we are
What's that?
we are part of the 14%.
Yeah, I'm going to be part of the 14%. Italy to cause an upset against England. That's my prediction.
You know, one thing that's really underestimated with Italy.
Mm.
No one's really no one's really thinking of their forward back. That's Scrum.
Oh, yeah,
They
they've been
have
really well.
Ferrari. Yeah, who's amazing. Yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
so you think that's a dominating factor against England?
The fact that the Italy has had a very dominant scrum this entire tournament, and this is the same scrum that held its own against the Springboks last year. They
Yeah,
even won a couple of penalties off them,
yeah.
and that's saying a lot. And
Yeah.
then it's been a potent
Italy
weapon.
definitely wasn't a
Yeah,
pushover when we played them
they were not. Yeah, they have not been a
they
pushover
were
for the
not a
longest.
pushover. No.
And I think, considering how England are in sixes and sevens right now, and this chopped up squad that's been put up, Italy can probably capitalize on that. They definitely have a lot of momentum on their end. So
I
I
hope
hope
they
they
Well,
do.
do.
well,
I really hope.
I hope so. It'll be a good sign for Ferrari fans as well. If they can dominate this. Yeah. So guys, thank you for watching, and we will see you over the weekend. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.